Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Do Something edition. Today, I'm joined by Kathy McBride, a recently retired healthcare administrator and educator, and Will Beatty, a retired business application programmer who felt that donating to left-leaning causes and organizations was just not enough anymore. And together, well, separately, they both ended up joining an Indivisible chapter in San Jose. For those who don't know California geography, San Jose is just outside of San Francisco, so it's a big community. So today we're going to talk to Kathy and Will about their work on a freeway overpass action. I've previously spoken about freeway actions with Meredith Pominville of Freeway Mavericks, but it's a growing trend, which I think brings a lot of visibility. So enough prattling on by me. Let me introduce Kathy and Will. Welcome to Do Something.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi.
So tell me a little bit about how, one at a time, how you found your way to Indivisible.
After the inauguration and in the disappointment over the election, I have a small group of close friends and we text daily. We are all over the United States. Mm-hmm. And we were just trying to keep each other engaged, hopeful, and involved. And it sent me on a search looking for something
to do, right?
Something to do. Yeah. And I came upon Indivisible and found the local chapter of San Jose and just clicked on it and received the invitation to join, and it just grew from there.
And Will?
Like so many of us, I thought for sure that Kamala was going to win. She didn't win. And so I was deeply depressed for a while there and decided I had to get the anger has to be what I do, because I can't do depression anymore. And anger is kind of a cure for depression in a way, if it leads to something better.
Well, it's absolutely, depression is deflating and anger is engaging. So kind of definitely it's.
So I got in contact with ISJ here in San Jose, and
ISJ is Indivisible San Jose. If you can't figure that out,
yes. I'm sorry, yeah. And so, got busy.
So, in addition to freeway actions, what actions does your group do?
A lot of postcarding. We just had a postcarding party. Phone banking, lobbying, writing letters to state legislatures, Congress and Senate.
Oh, excellent. Congressional members to meet with, do Zoom meetings with constituents, like the Good Trouble, No King's Day, the first 50501 protest.
Mm-hmm. So let's now talk about why you're here, and that is the freeway overpass action. So describe to me. We've had someone previously, but I want to remind people of what that is.
Well, it is going on a freeway overpass and displaying signs, banners, flags, that sort of thing, typically anywhere from 1 to 2 hours, and waving at the drivers going by below. And we get a very good response usually, way overboard positive, people honking and waving. We do a single message at a time. Kathy has started working with me on that too, painting the signs. We use 20-inch by 30-inch foam board, one per letter. So the letters are 26 inches high and 16 inches wide. Right. So we'll form a 4 or 5 word phrase that we can put across all the lanes of the freeway. We got to where in the last couple of last month, we've been doing 2 messages, one facing, like say, the northbound and the other facing the southbound track.
And do you hold the signs, or do you hang them on the fence, or?
We hang them on the fence. We're using pedestrian overpasses here. We've run into trouble with the ordinary overpasses there. So we've taken to pedestrian overpasses where we have the freedom to hang things from.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because people are I want people to know all the things that go along with action. So when you said we run into trouble, can you expand on that a little bit?
we're not running into trouble until we had the Nazi flag situation up here in our area. I don't know if you have heard of that.
No.
But once that occurred here in the Morgan Hill area, then CHP decided to enforce the laws. Will had done the research and found that they do not have jurisdiction on pedestrian overpasses. So we are now working from the pedestrian overpasses where we're at liberty to hang things from.
And how do you decide on the messages?
I'm a pretty good writer. And I have learned how to say something in a very condensed way. So I take what's going on and I try to get it down to, 4 or 5 words. Yeah. And shorter words work better.
My impression that these freeway overpass actions are growing in popularity. Do you find that to be true? Yeah. And why do you think that is?
Well, part of it is being promoted by a group called Visibility Brigade.
Yeah.
That started in New Jersey. And we're a part of that as far as I have my, I've got my email address on their website. So if you can look for San Jose, California, you connect with me. A lot of their member groups, they coordinate and they all use the same message or more or less the same message across the whole country.
I think that the freeway overpass movement is gaining traction, and not only because there's a group promoting it, but also the left no longer has a centralized news source. We've been fragmented into all these different platforms because central corporate media has now been subsumed into the right-wing echo chamber. So I think that's one thing. And then the other thing is with regards to what you just said, that you have to tailor the messaging to where you're at. There is no one message fits all, I don't think.
I think that's what we're trying to do. The idea is that the media is not getting the news out, the truth out for that. And this is an opportunity on the freeway. I think we've counted in a 2-hour time that we can, or is it in an hour, we can impact 24,000 people. And with the library of letters that we have now, we can change the message weekly. Very easily there. And what we look for is a message that is going to create knowledge amongst the people and also
make them ask questions.
Impact too. Something that is going to want them to go look for more information.
Correct.
And do something about it.
Yeah, plant the seed of curiosity. Absolutely.
Exactly. So this last week, our messages were justice for the Epstein victims.
Oh, good.
And no concentration camps ever.
Excellent.
Wonderful response to that.
I am so thrilled. I thank you so much for sharing this information. I think that it is something that people should get organized to do because I think it is so impactful and reaches so many people. And especially in a time where, like I said, our news sources are fragmented, it helps focus people on an issue. And that's really, really important. So now, just to wrap up now, if people in your area wanted to join you, what's the best way to get in touch with you guys?
I believe it's Indivisible San Jose is one word.org.
Okay.
And I might add, as an encouragement, and it may seem to people that it's really scary, and to go out there the first time, it is really scary. But the first time you walk out there, and as you're putting up these signs and the horns start honking, it's empowering.
Yeah. What I think is important here is to realize that you are not alone. And especially because so many people are feeling scared and isolated and intimidated. And things like freeway actions, with the response that you get from tens of thousands of people, is encouraging, and you're not alone.
That's right.
Kathy, Will, you guys have been great. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Do Something. And for the rest of you, get out there and do something. Thanks. Freeway overpass actions are not only very effective, they are so much fun to do. and they are very energizing and uplifting. For this reason, and the fact that you're with a lot of people, I rate the risk factor on this action very low.